There are cars that shout for attention. Chrome everywhere. Oversized badges, loud grills that try too hard. And then there's this, the Ford Territory Titanium. A car that doesn't need to scream. It just walks into the room, adjusts its cuffs, and owns it. This isn't Ford trying to be edgy. This is Ford remembering what made them great in the first place. Confidence, comfort, and class. This is LS Performance, where we take cars that matter and tell the stories that make you feel them. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's find out if the new Ford Territory is the smart SUV it claims to be. Open the door and you immediately understand what Ford's been up to. This is not the old plasticky Ford cabin we all remember. This is something new, something modern. Soft touch materials line the dashboard. The stitching is clean and precise, and there's a quiet hum of refinement the moment you close the door. Front and center, a 12.3-inch floating touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, backed by a 12.3-inch digital driver cluster that's bright, fast, and beautifully animated. There's ambient lighting that shifts tones at night, a panoramic sunroof that floods the cabin with light, and seats that genuinely feel premium, with power adjust, lumbar support, and ventilation. Even the small touches are thoughtful. A rotary gear selector, a wireless charger, tucked neatly away, and USB-C ports everywhere they should be. And for the back passengers, a flat floor, dual-zone climate control, and space that rivals mid-sized luxury SUVs. This isn't just comfort, it's business class on wheels. The design language here is pure elegance. A bold front grille that looks muscular but refined. LED headlights that stretch like eyes that know something you don't. And clean body lines that make the Territory look more expensive than it actually is. It's not trying to be a sports SUV, it's trying to be a grown-up SUV. The kind you drive to a meeting during the day and take on a family road trip on the weekend. And it does both effortlessly. The stance is confident, the proportions are right, and the Territory script across the rear tailgate, yes, that's Ford saying, we're back. Under the bonnet sits Ford's 1.8-liter EcoBoost GTDi turbocharged petrol engine, producing 138 kilowatts and 318 newton-meters of torque. It's paired with a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission that's been tuned perfectly for everyday driving. No jerks, no lag, just effortless. Buttery shifts that make city traffic bearable and open roads fun. On paper, it might sound modest, but in reality, it's quick enough to surprise you. The power comes on strong in the mid-range, and the gearbox knows exactly when to drop a gear and get going. 0 to 100, 8.5 seconds. But that's not the point. What matters is how smooth, quiet, and confident it feels doing it. You don't have to drive it hard to enjoy it. You just have to drive it right. This is where Ford's DNA shines through. Even though the Territory is assembled in China, the ride tuning feels unmistakably Ford. The suspension soaks up rough tarmac, handles gravel with grace, and still corners flat when you push it. It's composed, balanced, and stable. You can feel that global engineering in every turn. The steering is light, especially around town, but firms up beautifully on the highway, making long-distance cruising feel solid and secure. This car was made for everyday roads, the kind with bumps, curves, and the occasional surprise pothole. And through it all, the Territory remains unbothered. Now this is where the Titanium spec really flexes. You get adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist, blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, automatic emergency braking, and even automatic parking assist. There's a 360-degree surround camera system, crisp enough to film a YouTube thumbnail with. and a 10-speaker audio system that genuinely slaps. The best part is everything is standard. No optional tech packages, no fine print. You buy the Titanium, you get everything. And this is where Ford absolutely nails it for ownership confidence. The Ford Territory Titanium comes with a 4-year, 120,000 kilometer new vehicle warranty, the 5-year corrosion perforation warranty, and a 4-year Ford Protect roadside assistance, which can be extended. Then there's Ford's Protect extended warranty, which you can push coverage up to 7 years or 200,000 kilometers, including full mechanical and electrical protection. Ford also offers service plans and maintenance plans, which can include everything from oil changes to wiper blades and brake discs, essentially locking in predictable running costs for years. And yes, you can buy or extend all of that at any Ford dealership. That's peace of mind that actually means something. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, how much it would cost to live with the Territory. The Territory comes in at around 707,000 Namibian dollars, fully loaded. If you finance it over 72 months at 12% interest, with a 10% deposit, your monthly repayment sits at around $12,200 a month. If you drive about 1,000 kilometers a month and with a fuel economy of 7.8 liters per 100 kilometers, you're looking at about $1,590 in fuel. A full tank, 60 liters, will cost you about $1,224, which gives you a range roughly at around 750 to 800 kilometers on mixed driving. When we add insurance, we can estimate and say $1,300 a month, and servicing with an estimate of $550 a month, and your total monthly running cost lands at around 15,600 Namibian dollars over 6 years. Moving on to the pros and cons, the real talk. In terms of the pros, it's smooth and efficient. The 1.8 turbo engine is refined and punchy. Also, the premium interior that feels way above its price bracket. It also has loads of tech, adaptive cruise control, lane assist, self-parking, the camera, everything is on point. Another thing I'd like to mention is the excellent ride comfort and real-world suspension tuning. Also, the solid Ford Protect warranty with a 7-year extended coverage available. Also, affordable running costs for what it offers, which is absolutely amazing. But in terms of the cons, there's no all-wheel drive option. It's only front-wheel drive. So for the real drivers out there, yeah, you know already. The dual-clutch gearbox can hesitate also at slow speeds. The rear design is elegant but not particularly unique. Not a performance SUV as well, but it's built for comfort, not adrenaline. But then again, you don't buy this car for performance or to be breaking lap records. It's all about elegance. So you don't have to stress about the performance. Alright, my verdict, the gentleman SUV. The Territory isn't here to show off. It's the SUV equivalent of a man in a tailored suit. Confident, composed, and quietly impressive. It delivers premium comfort, solid power, and tech that just works, without the price tag that makes your eyes water. It's practical, polished, and refined. A car that doesn't demand attention, it earns it. Because sometimes the most powerful thing you can do isn't to shout, it's to arrive quietly and steal the show. That's been the Ford Territory, Ford's comeback into the premium mid-size SUV world. This is LS Performance, and until next time, drive safe, stay humble, and enjoy the road, or else I'll compare you to a Toyota owner.